I am in Paris, France for the first time with my mother, who is lovingly supporting me. I'm going to visit the same restaurants Anthony Bourdain visited 20 years ago on his first episode of No Reservations, lovingly titled Why the French Don't Suck. In addition to trying some things impulsively that I'm so very good at, I'll say the thing. Welcome back to Bourdain.
Everybody should know how to use a knife. Use everything, waste nothing.
Let's start at the beginning.
It ain't that hard, okay?
Welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Chez. I am usually just cooking up French recipes in my kitchen in New Jersey, but today is a little different. I'm curious what's changed in these restaurants, if they've gotten a little touristy, just the French way of living, hanging out, vibing out, and most importantly, hopefully they let me record. So let's go. Our first stop takes us to Royale, where Bourdain reminds us to just take things in.
The most important thing to do the instant you arrive in Paris is stop. Find someplace inviting and slip comfortably into the Parisian pace of life.
S'il vous plaît, un café crème.
Un café crème.
Jus d'orange et un croissant.
D'accord.
Really, that's just a kick-ass omelet. And the fries are good as well, and slipping into the kind of chill lifestyle. It's something I could get behind. It's something that requires practice for me, for sure, because I'm always thinking about the next shots, what to do next, where to go next. And I don't even know how Bourdain did this, like just talking in public, bringing the camera and stuff.
How come the French aren't huge? I mean, how come they're still in possession, by and large, of necks, something in short supply in my country?
I feel awkward as hell doing it, but, you know, it's kind of my little love letter to the man. I think it may be like a little more touristy, but overall, you know, you still get the classic kind of like French vibe experience. It got a little downsized now, but very cool.
All right, now be careful. Since you slowed down, you'll start to notice all sorts of things around you. Once you allow your senses to guide you and not your itinerary, you may begin to find pleasure in many things you would ordinarily overlook, like the many sights, smells, and tastes on the streets of Paris. Do try not to get run over while gawking at things. It's a dead giveaway you're an American. You are now ready to begin to graze through the wondrous sensual feast that eludes so many of us when we take trips here. But first, you'll need a base of operations, like a cool hotel haunted by the ghost of a dead writer who drank too much absinthe.
Well, this ain't exactly the same hotel that may or may not be haunted by Oscar Wilde, but this is the Airbnb I'm at. Pretty quaint, pretty cute. Nice view. A real life Parisian. Mother. I never had a scarf before. It makes my neck hot.
What?
This makes my neck hot.
That's good, right?
I don't know. Next, I went on some tours, which I realize is the exact same thing Bourdain would roll his eyes at. However, I kept an open mind, and they were pretty fun. I'll have links down below in the description of everything I did. If you haven't been to France, I would give them a try. For me, personally, they're like a nice little crash course. I get to see the sights, try some food, and then go wander to places that you wouldn't really find on TripAdvisor. We wrapped up that night having some pasta at the Airbnb that my mom made, and next Bourdain goes to experience the nightlife.
I feel, not unusually for me, a natural compulsion to seek out the dark side, the forbidden, which is to say, the good stuff.
I need a drink.
Now, unfortunately, this bar is closed, but that doesn't stop me from going out a little bit. So, Saturday night, go to a bar and get a drink, talk to some random people, and see what happens. Thinking about this, I should have done some research on how to order a beer. This area is littered with bars. I hit up a couple, grabbed a few drinks at each one, and then unfortunately got a nice dose of reality. So I've learned an unfortunate truth, in particular this bar. They asked me for 25 euros to enter, and after 3 American girls walked by, they were granted free access. It's the world we live in. There's, you know, they're taking advantage, and there's nothing I can do. Except, you know, talk to my therapist about it. And next up, trying to hit up a cool gothic underground joint called Le Cave. Here it was a completely different story. Everyone was very nice and polite, but at the same time, great partiers. Like nothing I've ever experienced compared to my journeys into Philadelphia. That will about wrap it up. Oh, gosh. Well, that will about wrap it up for the day.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Get a tablecloth for the dining room too. table.
Yeah. Next, Bourdain visits the Royale, the name of what was his restaurant in New York City, and the cookbook I'm currently working through.
I decide to visit what I humbly consider to be one of the most historically significant spots in all of Western civilization.
So here we are, all that's left of Royale.
And here we are, what's left of Royale. It's a mall. It's a freaking mall now. It is called Westfield Forum des Halles. If you're not familiar, Bourdain talks about it. It was the central marketplace of Paris, the belly of Paris, as they say. As you can see, it still maintains some of its traditional roots with crispy creme, maybe get a nice something unique there. From here, Bourdain visits a restaurant that is just a 2-minute walk away.
So small bistros sprang up all around Royale. Bistros like the 100-year-old Chez Denise.
I love my job. I'll drink a whole bottle and then we'll go terrorize Johnny Depp.
I had to start out with the snails because I've made them in the past and I don't know if there is anything more French on the planet. Plus, I said I need to try comparing them to a real bistro. Next up, I had my eyes on blanquette de veau, much as Bourdain ordered and as I made at home in Jersey, but they unfortunately did not have it on the menu. So instead, I got veal liver cooked medium rare. Hands down, the best freaking liver I've had. There's like a saucy sweetness to it, super tender. I don't know if I could get close to making this. My mom got chicken, which she said was some of the best she's ever had, and we followed this up with a simple chocolate mousse that was airy, delicious, baked. It's not really baked. It was phenomenal. Now we end up visiting a spot in which I have a deep, deep respect for.
I smell fresh bread bacon.
Pâtisserie, Pinaud, Pascal. This is the bakery. I freaking love the scenes of the bread flying out, the care this dude takes just to make the dishes. I've always had kind of a reverence for bakers, for butchers, for craftsmen, because these things just take time. And in my pursuit with trying to bake during COVID, it's a hard thing to do.
Is there anything more emblematic, more central to France's greatness than the appreciation of long, thin, crusty loaves of brilliantly made bread? The baguette.
Now, there's only two things wrong with bakers. One, I can't do what they do. And two, they get up too damn early in the morning.
That's a crispy end there, isn't it?
I've seen these made all the time, but I've never actually tried them before.
It's like a Madeleine.
It does have like a deep, rich, caramely flavor. Everything has like a certain amazing flavor to it that is, I think, in part to butter. Like everything just tastes delicious, and I think they load it with butter.
Probably. And eggs, butter and eggs.
Yeah.
Because everything is like light.
I am beyond grateful to have this experience trying real French food with my mother, in the process somewhat spoiling the food I know in the United States. Everything is still sinking in, and I'm happy I could have Bourdain as my guide and as my inspiration for this journey and share this with you. And with that, I'll have the man himself close us out.
Eating is and should be a joyous occasion.
As should the use of all your senses. So America, perhaps you should try it. Maybe duck out of the office when the boss isn't looking, or call in sick for that boring meeting. Pull up a chair at a local joint. Grab a tasty beverage and eat a ham sandwich. Really eat a ham sandwich. You just may find you not only love the French again, but you may also love life and ultimately the world.
So here we are, our last day.